Everybody's not friends.
What's up, everybody? Time Beam here. Artist behind Everybody's Not Friends. Just checking in. Happy Sunday morning. I'm here in Miami. It's a sunny day. And I wanted to make a quick video. I wanted to give you guys an update on, the project. And also, today I wanted to just give you a little glimpse into where I'm at with episode 3 of the Everybody's Not Friends show.
Everybody's not friends, here we go. Everybody's not friends, here we go. Everybody's not friends, and that's okay. You're gonna be just fine either way. Everybody's not friends.
My whole goal with this project is to build up the Everybody's Not Friends YouTube channel, get more subscribers, and to just build up this community. You can see we've been getting a lot of views lately on some of our videos. This last video here that I made the video of actually making this short, it got 20,000 views. That's really cool. Excited about that. And if you go into like our long format videos, and this is really where you get, how you get in the partner program is you need a certain amount of public watch time, which is these longer format video. You need, I think it's like 3,000 or 4,000 hours of watch time. So always, for me, more focused on the long format videos, even though I'm always consistently producing the short videos, which is also necessary and a good way to get new people to see your project and the animations. But yeah, so I so far with this project have made 2 episodes of the official Everybody's Not Friends show, and I've been working on the 3rd episode behind the scenes. I'm working on 2 things really. My priority is episode 3 of the Everybody's Not Friends show, as well as our first comic book. And maybe next weekend I'll walk you guys through where I'm at with the comic book. But in any event, yeah, no, we've gained a lot of subscribers just over the last couple weeks. We're getting a lot of views on our short videos, not so many on our long format videos, but that's part of the reason I've started making some of these videos, so people know who's behind this project and how hard I'm working on a consistent basis to produce new content and make more fun stuff. This is all just my passion project, my passion hobby. I love doing this. So yeah. With that being said, let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up After Effects. And this, so spoiler alert, you watch this video, you're definitely going to, there's going to be some spoilers in terms of episode 3, because I'm basically showing you a lot of the inside track here on how I'm making this thing. And right now I'm at scene 12. So like if we scroll through this little timeline down here, you can see there's, you start putting together a full episode of a show. This is like my first cut at After Effects. What I'm essentially doing is rendering out scenes in Blender, bringing in those scenes as sequences, then adding in some audio, background skies, making everything look as good as possible. This is by no means what everything is going to look and feel like. At the end, this is kind of like get everything in, start to sequence a movie, and then you start to kind of really whittle it down from there. But we've got 8 minutes. Well, it's about to be longer in a second because we're going to bring in scene 12 to this. But if I was to, quickly scroll through this. Now, episode 3 is a big episode for the Everybody's Not Friends show because if you watched episode 2, you see at the end there's some sort of a disease that gets out and starts turning some of the characters into zombies. And as we all know, zombies are dangerous, and the last thing you want is a zombie apocalypse. And that's basically what's starting to happen here. So I've been having a lot of fun with this, and I've made other zombie videos in the past. After episode 3 of the show, we'll probably, well, there'll always be some component of zombies in our shows, but it won't be as heavily focused on this. We'll just go off onto other tangents and other skits and other stories. But yeah, so if I scroll through this, you can see here some zombie attacks occurring. It's basically where the town starts kind of like falling apart. Zombies are everywhere. They're coming to get you. A lot of this, again, needs to be whittled down. Grandpa, he thinks it's time to maybe get out into the country. Zombies come in the bar. Zombies attack the cops. The military starts to get assembled. They're going to have to be deployed. Mr. AI and the Karate Kid are able to contact and communicate with Bigfoot. So this should be interesting. Karate Kid's mom and dad turn into zombies. Uh-oh. Bigfoot says, let's get out of here. Let's go into the woods. This kid, who's from the original My Zombie Morning movie, by the way, with his grandpa up. Oh, he's having a dream, and I cut into the original Zombie Morning movie where that's also posted on our ENF channel. You should watch because there's some history there in terms of like where this thing is going. But in any event, he wakes up from his dream. Grandpa says, you got to see this. There's a whole news report in terms of the zombies. And they basically are discussing their plan because they're up at their country house now. And they're far away from the city where the zombie outbreak is occurring. So a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff going on here. You can see I've already put a lot of work into this. I'm at 8 minutes and 30 seconds of animation. But I did just recently render out another scene I want to bring in here. And hey, you guys get a little insight as to how I start kind of putting all of this together. But let's see. I'm going to find it. Scene 12 that I just recently rendered. There's 2 parts to this. So we'll take render A. We're pulling in PNG sequences, and this is what you export out of. You could export in a lot of different formats out of Blender, but essentially for me, I'm always exporting these PNG sequences, which is basically just a sequence of pictures, right? 24 frames for every 1 second of animation, 24 pictures for every 1 second. So the first thing I always do is go in and make sure it's at 24 frames. I also will rename this scene 12A. Make that clear. Let's get this in here. You can see, look, it's just this little clip. I gotta add on to the composition settings, make this thing a little longer. Let's add another minute here. I don't think we need a whole minute, but so now this composition is a minute longer. We got scene 12 here. I'm gonna bring it to the end clip. You can see, you start to see that the city is starting to fall apart. I am gonna need some sort of sky in here. And I don't know if this scene should be like a night sky or a day sky. Let me see what I have in here for skies first and foremost. I don't know if I have anything in here. Extras. I almost feel like this should be like a darker sky. Let's import this and see what it looks like. too. I kind of like that. It's almost like morning. And then I'm going to bring in the second clip. Scene 12B render. Doing the same thing. What just happened over there? Scene 12B. Let's add this in here. I think I do have some audio for this. There's the helicopter comes in. This guy is gonna say a little something, so let's bring in his little audio clip. Should fit very perfectly there. Tighten up the sky. And then usually I go in and I'll adjust the levels of these. That looks good. Maybe put this to 1.05. I'm just going to copy these levels, bring them onto these other, this clip, and I think that looks much better. See, I think this guy should probably move with this thing a little bit. Oh, let's see here. What is this? Gigantic sky, okay. Let's bring it in here. Should this guy move? Oh, let's experiment with this a little bit. Position this guy. Something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'll have to adjust it and everything else, but I forget what the army guy says right here, but it's something like, "What the hell happened in this city?" So this, like, I'm right at the point in this episode where I've set up the whole story. Things are getting crazy with zombies. There's multiple zombie attacks. They deploy the military. Bigfoot, Mr. AI, and the Karate Kid are making their escape from their parents. He has a nightmare. Recaps on My Zombie Morning, which is a movie I made like 10 years ago. My friend wrote it. Let's go here and see. Another news report talking about a zombie invasion or an outbreak. And now is where it's really gonna get nuts. So that's where I'm at. Let's see here now. We are at almost 9 minutes of animation, so it's a lot. I'm gonna trim this comp. And then just save this. So cool little fun. I just want to make a quick video, fun little update on episode 3. Working on the ENF comic book #1, and I certainly will make a video about that so you can see where we're at there. But you know, every day working on releasing little shorts for this YouTube channel. Always going to be showing some clips of us playing Nifty Island with the characters. So, you know, if you ever want to come on Nifty Island and play with us, please hit us up. Join our Discord. Come on in. We have a fun community. We try to schedule nights where we all play together. Sometimes that works out. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just me saying, hey, anyone want to play? And we can all jump in and have some fun. But yeah, I'm going to be releasing another little short in a little while here today. We'll see how that does on YouTube. And yeah, as always, we appreciate your support. You know, everyone is welcome in this project. And if you ever have any cool ideas for characters and or storylines or jokes or one-liners, I would love to include that. So I want to show you guys one other thing. You can see how big this is. It's pretty sweet, huh? If you're ever interested in a canvas print of some of my artwork, please let me know. I could certainly make that happen for you. You could contact me directly anytime via Discord. I am on there regularly in the community Discord, so come on in, join us. Let's have some fun. I hope you like these little videos. I like making them. I like showing everybody what I'm working on. So any support we can get and love for our YouTube channel is always greatly appreciated. Come subscribe and get involved. Get some. Let's go.
Everybody, everybody,